Okay, so this is the part 2, crazy theories, and this is the second part of part 1, which was we're all connected, universal law of oneness, we're all connected. I just want to chit chat about it. I know it sounds simple enough, like, you know, oneness, we're all connected somehow, somewhere. Yeah, and it's not just by DNA or blood type or race or origin or nationality. It's from a much more bigger space than that. Okay, like, it's not just here on Earth, which is like a tiny sand grain in the grand scheme of things in the universe, you know? So it's not just like as small as a sand. Yes, we're on a piece of the universe on Earth, a rock, or whatever they say it is. We're on Earth right now, experiencing Earth, because we're not just physical, we're also mental, emotional, and spiritual. We are energy, we are consciousness, and we are inhabiting the body that we are currently experiencing Earth on. So the last video I was saying, yeah, I completely agree, and this is my thoughts on the law of oneness. We are all connected at the source of all creation. Like, we make up the source, the consciousness, the universe. So we're all connected. We come from source, and we are here collecting data. We are souls. We have personalities, different personalities. We're unique and we're very alike, but we're also very different. You know, two things can be true at once. We are different. We have things that makes us different and unique, and we have things that makes us very similar, you know. So we're here on Earth having a separate, individual, unique experience of this life, and we're learning, growing, and evolving. Everything we learn is what the universe learns, and that is how we have evolved throughout time, throughout Earth, throughout the history of humanity. Because, you know, like, even though there's different countries all around the world, we're all evolving. Some places might be a little bit more evolved, but they're catching up. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how history have evolved throughout, you know, centuries. I do believe that there was technology that was far more advanced than the technology that exists today. But the technology that exists today, it is still unique, it's still different. But I'm not saying that this timeline or this time that we're in is the most evolved. I do believe that Earth, you know, it's on a cycle. It is affected by cosmic events, other events taking place, entangled in this web of the universe. So, yeah, like, we're here, we're consciousness, we're our own person still, and I'm having a experience from my own point of view, and you're having your experience from your point of view. So we're living different lives, learning different things, and it could be the same things but different ways. We could be learning the same lessons, but in a different way, a different storyline. We are the main character of our lives, and we co-create with the universe. So I get a little excited talking about this kind of stuff. But so yeah, we're like the main character of our lives, and we're just living. And I believe if we want something and we work towards it and believe in ourselves and remember and know how powerful we are, yeah, that's just amazing. We'd be powerful. But a lot of knowledge has been suppressed. A lot of things we should have learned, we didn't learn that. Like even the basic emotional frequency chart, that we should have learned that as kids growing up, learning about our emotions and ourselves and how to, like express ourselves and our feelings and express our emotions, but a lot of trauma, people go through a lot of trauma, sometimes they don't heal, and it just passed down. You're just passing it down to your family or your kids or the people that you're around, because you never dealt with that. And remember, if you're living that trauma, like everyday living it, but you've never healed, then yes, you will pass it down, because that's how you are gonna behave in front of the people that you love, that you live with. And guess what? That's how we program our minds. Repeatedly doing something, repeatedly insulting somebody is going to obviously cause them to have low self-esteem, especially if they lived with family who like abuse them in a mentally, emotionally, physically. So yeah, it's like behavior is taught. Your environment, the people that you're around, everything, it programs your subconscious mind from the minute you're born into this world. I still have a cold. It's winter in New York, and yeah, it gets really, it's so cold right now, so I have a cold, but that's off topic. Anyways, let me breathe. Anyways, yeah, that is why it is very important to learn to express ourselves, like journal, talk to somebody we can trust and we feel confident in. Again, journal. You can express yourself in creative ways, spending time in nature, meditating. We shouldn't abuse each other emotionally, mentally, or physically, or any type of abuse, okay? But the world isn't perfect. It's not black and white. It's a world of duality. That's one of the law that we hate to admit. That is, or rather, polarity. Like everything has an equal and opposite reaction. So if there's good, there's evil. Although we came up with these words to differentiate between actions based on morality that we've evolved with, which nothing is wrong with that. I'm just saying it's all words. Good, evil, left, right, sad, happy, love, hate, night, day. It's words. Yes, this is true that these things happen, but these are the words that we use to describe, the polar opposites, or, duality. So, am I saying hate is real? Yes. I'm not saying it's not real. Am I saying love is real? Absolutely. You can fall in love. You can love yourself deeply. You can love your family. Yeah. Can you hate someone? I don't know. How do I do that? Yeah. Yes, you can. Is it good? Not necessarily, because you carry that hate around. It's only gonna affect you. You don't want to look old and haggard, do you? You want to be beautiful. If you're beautiful inside, it's gonna shine so brightly on the outside. So don't. I'm not promoting bad behavior. I'm just saying. But you know, again, the world isn't black and white. Sometimes you might have to be mean to protect yourself and your boundaries. It can keep you safe from so much heartbreak and so much pain. It is necessary to be mean sometimes. Because if you're too nice, especially to men, especially when you're beautiful ladies, they're gonna walk all over you. I'm sorry, but a lot of men ain't good. They're not good men. I don't know if there's any, because patriarchy taught them that they need to dominate instead of respect and see you as an equal. But sadly, a lot of them don't see you as equal, and they think you're below them because they think they should be the leader instead of walking next to each other. They want to lead you, and sometimes they're just leading you down, 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 and I don't want to go there. You know, I'm not gonna bash men on my platform, so let me not go there, but there are good men. I hope. Okay, but anyways, this is about learning. This is about my mind. This is about the universe, how deep it goes. At the end of the day, we are still connected. The male was a female in the womb first. We are connected, all of us. Yeah. Everything born into this world is first a female. If you are a male, you later on in the womb transmuted? Is it a word? Transition, transmuted, transformed. What's the scientific term again? What's that word? You know the word I'm talking about. Anyways, so basically the male, you go from female to male. Okay, so everything develops in the womb and starts off as female, and then you guys hold on. Anyways, I don't remember the word, but I don't think you guys would like the word very much, so that's probably why it's not coming back to me. So anyways, we are all connected. Oh yeah, one quick point. Because we're all connected consciously, did you know that collectively we can manifest events to happen? So be careful living your life in fear, because you might manifest what you're afraid of. Remember, you ever heard the saying, if you're so afraid of something, it just might happen? That's because you think so much about it, you obsess over it, and you think, I know what's gonna happen. That is gonna happen. Be careful what you think. I know, sometimes, most times we should be observing our thoughts, but because you guys don't understand that you're just the observer of your thoughts, you get so entangled with every thought that comes across your mind, and you start to obsess over it. No, don't obsess. Dismiss it. Replace the negative with a positive. Rewire your mind. Reprogram your subconscious mind, and you won't have to deal with those negative thoughts all the time. It will be less and less and less until you can quiet your mind and just exist. Observe. But negative thoughts will plague you if you get involved with it. If you keep thinking, oh, that's me. No. Take some deep breaths. meditate, observe your thoughts, and begin to journal and take note of the things that bother you. Journal. And then say affirmations. Talk to yourself kindly. Be positive. Positive self-talk. And y'all need to stop being scared. Affirmations is not witchcraft. It is simply reprogramming your mind with positive thoughts instead of negative ones. Because every day you think negative, those are negative affirmations. If you think positive, then it's positive affirmations. So make some positive affirmations up. Example, I am deserving of good things, amazing things to happen to me. I am worthy of love. I deserve peace and happiness and joy and adventure. I am beautiful. I am abundant. I am love. I am creative. Affirm the positive to yourself. Reprogram your mind. Become confident in who you are. And you know what? If you don't like the person that you are right now, maybe because you're too fat, too skinny, too... You know what? Too bad if you're too tall, because you just gotta love your height. Fall in love with your height if you think you're too tall. If you're too short, fall in love with that. You can't change that. If you're too skinny, you can gain a little weight. Too fat, go to the gym. You know? But my point is, fall in love with you. And if you don't love who you are, then, say it to yourself, journal, think it. This is who I want to be. I want to be disciplined. I want to go to the gym. I want to eat healthy. I want to have some more fun. I want to make friends. Say who you want to be and work to become that person. I feel like my hair, oh gosh, I went out in the cold. I had my scarf on, but it didn't cover my ears. I hope it doesn't affect me. It's not. I'll be fine. I'm good. I have a Panadol. I could take that. But anyways, my point is, we are all connected. This got so far into so many other things, but hope you enjoy my rambling. I think this is gonna be it for part 2, y'all. Be the person who you want to be, okay? Love yourself and be at peace with yourself. You might be bored sometimes, but just go out and have some fun.